Welcome to Creative Writing Energy, conversations about the writer's life, craft, and alternative practices with Kim Peterson, moi, and Catherine Evans. Hi, Kath. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty well, thank you. Yeah, what you up to?
Oh, it's warming up. It's nice.
It is warming up. I'm in my summery clothes.
Summer gear.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been for a few swims, so that's been nice.
You've been swimming. What's the water like?
A little cold.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But once your legs go numb, it's okay.
I haven't been in yet. I'll venture that far sometime soon.
When it's boiling, or
it's got to be pretty hot for me to get in the water. But I do like to go and sit at the beach. Sometimes I just go down there on my own. I love that. I'll go there and just park my butt.
do your early morning walks or
separate. Early morning walks are they're good too. Yeah, I love those walks. Except coming back home, it's like uphill. Have you ever walked the hills here?
No, I just drive them and have enough trouble.
I remember there's this hill, as I say quickly, that's kind of at the back end of my house, and I've got to walk down it to get to the beach and walk there. And I remember when we first moved here and I'm driving up that hill, and I remember saying, I will never, ever walk up that hill. Like, that's crazy.
And now you do it every day.
Now I'm doing it every day. Yeah.
You crazy woman, you.
Crazy woman, yeah. Anyway, hills and beaches. So what are we talking about today?
Things we've learned.
Things we've learned, geez. Has anything stuck?
I hope so.
I hope so. But first we're going to do our cards. So why don't you go ahead and pull yours?
Have you got your creativity prompt?
Oh yeah, I do. What is that this week? It is hard work in the service of your dreams delivers you into the hands of your highest abilities. I will write accordingly. Hard work, Kath. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Service of my dreams. That's pretty serious.
Well, yeah. I think, when you're passionate about something and you're dreaming, I mean, it's your dream. It's not even really hard work, I mean, it is because you're putting all your work into it and your energy, but it's
for you.
It's for you. And the more you put into something, the more you're going to get back, and on all different levels,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta fuel your dreams, right? Otherwise, without action, nothing's gonna happen.
True.
Yeah, gotta put in the action, and that kind of ties in with our subject, because we're talking about action. Action
and all the things
lessons
we've learned with our hard work.
For sure. Okay.
All right.
Hard. Show me something.
Write your vibes. Oh no, trust your vibes.
What did you say?
Vibes.
Writing vibes.
Write your vibes. That's it. Writing vibes. Exactly. Yep. Okay. Oh. Listen to your heart. That kind of goes with our dreams, doesn't it?
It's exactly what we just spoke about. You got your little deep lucky to go with it?
Yes, but you pull your card while I look up my number.
Okay. Well, I've shuffled, and actually I'm going to pull two, because one, and it's really kind of a little bit strange that you pulled what you just put, because this one fell out when I was shuffling, relationships.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, I know I've pulled that one before, but I just thought I'd show you. And that one says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good.
Oh.
And what yours was, listen to your heart?
Yeah.
Okay, and this surprise one, here you go, Kath. empathy.
That's mad.
Isn't that mad? I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. 3 cards, and they all make sense and complement each other.
It's bloody scary some days, hey?
It's always scary.
Okay, so the book says, trusting your vibes is the art and practice of listening to your heart, for it's there that the voice of inner wisdom speaks.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
But it's so true. You know, I mean, we're all so used to approaching life with our minds, and you know, yeah, we need our minds. You know, the logic, but very few people will follow the wisdom of their heart, and your heart is always right. Really, you know, it really is, because that's your center, your heart center,
and it holds everything. Doesn't
holds
it?
everything. Yeah. It's more, yeah, I mean, if everyone listened to their heart and opened their hearts and lived from that perspectives, can you imagine how life would be here on Earth? Could you imagine?
Beautiful, God. Utopia.
Yeah. I've got to get this. Alrighty.
Oh, Lord. Now you're stripping off.
I'm stripping. I'm swarm. I've got... Right. That's as far as I'm going. That's your strip show.
Okay, good.
Don't get too excited.
Okay, so what have you learned in your writing journey?
Oh my God. Have you got how long have you got?
30 minutes, so make it quick.
Oh, okay. What have I learned? A lot. I mean, I remember, you know, when I first started this whole thing, it was just like stepping into this foreign world that I just did not know existed until, you know, I was there. And I guess writing craft-wise, I learned that you need to write to genre. Unless you're writing, you know, I guess literally fiction. And yeah, but my first book was kind of a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it didn't take me too long to realize that's kind of not how it should be. How about you with writing?
With writing to genre?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know genres existed before I started writing.
Actually, I remember your post on my blog, and you had said about that, about genre.
Yeah.
And I was very much the same way, you know. I mean, I knew it existed, but, you know, you kind of just, I'll just write what I want to write.
Yeah, exactly. And I never read according to genre, so
No.
it didn't mean anything to me. So, and the advice that I most heard was write what you know and write what's in your heart. So I just wrote.
Write what you love.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. But yeah, I tend to read and across genres as well. It's although I know what I don't like. I'm not, I'm sorry, Kath, I'm not a big romance reader. I mean, I've had my times where I was like in my younger days. I like romance, but I like to have something, you know, maybe like a thriller aspect to it, or something like that. Something a little bit more, I guess. Yeah. But I've always been, I guess, drawn to the hard stories, the fast stories, stuff that means things, you know, scares me or makes me think, or, you know, but across genres.
Yeah.
So you ended up in romance. How did that happen?
Yeah, I wasn't a very big romance reader either, but my sister was, but she was a romance Mills and Boon romance reader, And I used to read her books, you know, when I was going to exams for uni and stuff, because, you know, you could read them, but you weren't puzzling out anything. You knew it was going to be a happy ending. So I
Like
could
an
read them
easy
on the
read.
train. Yeah, a read where, I wasn't thinking about the book. And I wasn't thinking about my exam. I could go into my exam chilled and relaxed. I knew it was going to be a happy ending. So, you know, there wasn't stress reading the story.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't intend to write romance. A friend challenged me to write a Mills and Boon because she thought it was easy, and so did I. But it wasn't easy, and it wasn't something I could write. So then I went to a writing festival in my little country town.
Mm-hmm.
We had one year we had a writing festival, and one of the women that I was looking after gave me told me about New South Wales Writers Centre, and they had a contest on their webpage through the Romance Writers of Australia. So I sent in my Mills and Boon that I tried to write, and they gave you feedback, which didn't happen any other way. You know, I lived 6 hours from the city, so I couldn't get to writing courses, and I didn't get feedback from anyone except the little old ladies from town who wrote, and every time you read something they went, "Oh, that's so beautiful," you know, but that wasn't the feedback I wanted. So I got this feedback, and honestly I had to get a dictionary because I didn't know what the feedback meant. You know, I wrote in the omniscient point of view, and I didn't even know what omniscient
all new jargon. Yeah, I had to adjust and learn that too.
Yeah, well, that's why I went to romance, because these guys obviously knew what they were talking about. They were set up online so I could participate.
You could access,
even though I lived a long way from anywhere.
Yeah.
And they had, if you became a member, they had about 10 contests through the year where you got feedback, and that's how I learnt to write to genre, which was romance. Yeah. And then I realised that there was much more to romance than just Mills and Boon, and that every genre has a subcategory under romance.
Yes.
So, so you could write whatever you wanted, really.
Yeah, as long as you add in the romance and get the...
happy ending.
Remember that time in that email I was like, HEP or something, I said to you, you're like, what's that? Happily ever, I had written it wrong.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. HEA and HFN, happy for now.
Not even. Stop now, Kim. I guess, the next, the other thing that I had a lot of hard lessons learning was the right covers. I kind of suck at covers. I don't know how. I mean, I haven't sort of had to get a cover lately, but when I do next, hopefully I'll know more. So covers, I went through a few covers. My first cover for Millie's Angel, I loved it. You know, it's actually a really nice cover. I still love it, and it won an award in the Dan Poitman's cover awards or whatever. It was beautiful, but again, I guess it didn't reflect the genre. I didn't do enough research. That is one thing that I had wished that I might have done differently, researched a little bit more. I mean, I did research, but I don't know that I completely understood everything there was so much information available, and I kind of felt a bit overwhelmed by what I'd found, and, you know, trying to sort of process all this information, and kind of got scatterbrain, you know, and I, scatterbrain. That's how I felt, very overwhelmed, particularly in the first year.
Yeah. When there's that much information, and a lot of it's like in a foreign jargon that you just don't even know what it means, it's really hard to pick out what you need to know.
Yeah, you don't know which way is best for you. So what I did, I started trying all sorts of things. Like I sunk so much money into marketing, and then buy new covers, you know, because I got the wrong cover. I'll grab another one, and you know, relaunching the books, and you know, I got to a place where I was going pretty well, but it took a lot of money and I had a lot of you know, mental processing and catching up with this new world to get there. So yeah, I think it's really important to network with other authors and make connections, and solid ones that you can trust. A mentor is good too. If you can find a mentor that's been there and walked the path before you, which I didn't have in those early days. So it was pretty much a lot of trial and error. You know,
Yeah.
How did you go with? I mean, you went through a publisher, so you didn't really have much say in the book covers, did you?
No. I was too scared to self-publish. I didn't know if my stuff was good enough, and I wanted that gatekeeper, that you know, a publisher and an editor, to make sure that, you know, I was putting out something that was readable, not garbage. Yeah. So we get no say in covers then.
Yeah. I was way too impatient to even think about publishers with my first books. It's like I just wanted to get this out, you know. And but I did learn a lot from my editor, Paul Vandelis.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, getting the manuscript back. He took a while on it, and you know, he just really put in a lot of work with it, and I learned a lot from working with him in the beginning. So it's like, you know, those kind of hands-on lessons are really invaluable.
Yeah.
You know, learning from other people.
I was really lucky that in Romance Writers of Australia, we had a really small group of erotic authors, and we had an idea that we might have a retreat, because, you know, most of our conferences, erotic wasn't something anyone wanted to talk about, and so we didn't get much billing at conferences or much information. So we thought if we could go away for a weekend, we could all work together. And yeah, those girls were they were my mentors for my erotic writing, which dragged over into my other writing as well. But they were so generous in giving up their time, their knowledge, helping. Like, there was probably 4 or 5 of us that they really helped to get published. I don't think I would have been published without them.
It's gold, isn't it? When you find someone that is so generous with their time and their knowledge, and they just pass it on to you because you know, that's a real hard thing, isn't it? Like what your card said, it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
It's
well, that was those girls that we went to that workshop at the Wollongong Writers Festival last year. You know, those 3 girls that spoke?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were lovely. Yeah.
They were part of that group. You know, they're just so knowledgeable, and, you know, there was about 12 of them, I think, who just worked with the 4 or 5 of us who were new, and yeah. You just can't.
Do you remember that
you
man?
Can't pay that.
No, I can't. Do you remember that man that wanted to read his poetry? He was like sitting next to me, and he was, and then trying to ignore him.
Can I read my poetry?
I'm like, what? An author panel. That's his question. Yeah. Can I read my poetry? Anyway, that was weird.
But don't you meet weird people in this game too, don't you?
Oh, writers are weird, yeah. Can't deny that.
It's another thing you learn, like sifting through people.
Yes. New world, new people.
Yeah. Not everyone's going to help you as generously as some.
No, and not everyone is sort of, you know, what you see is what you get, or generally, you know, have that faith face value, you know. But you know, I mean, that is life. You get that with every aspect in life. But I guess for me, I hadn't run a business before, or you know, I mean, I've worked in jobs and been around people and all that kind of thing, but not my own business. So wrapping my head around that, and also you know, realizing that networking is important, but not every connection or every relationship is going to work out. You know, it's just some work out, some don't, unfortunately, and some things don't go the way you hoped. And you just roll with the punches, I guess, don't you? You've got to roll with the punches.
Can't do anything else, can you?
No, you can't do anything else but go with it, and hope that the right people will show up. And I believe the right people do show up when they're supposed to.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like the universe looking after you.
Universe, it does, and it will. Yeah. And another thing I've learned is don't say no to opportunities. You know, push yourself beyond your comfort zone, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. Or, you know, if someone offers something to you and you're thinking, oh my God, can I do that? Don't worry about if you can do it or not, just say yes, and then worry about how you're going to do it. You know?
Yeah.
Because I also believe that you never get anything, you don't get anything more than what you can handle. Like the universe won't give you something you can't handle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it does push you so far out of your comfort zone. Like, look at us, how far we've been pushed out of our comfort zone doing this crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if a year ago, if someone said to me, oh, you're going to be podcasting next year and going on YouTube, I'd be like, no way.
Exactly.
That's not me. I'm not that way. But you know, things change, and you realize you just got to, you know, what we're doing, you know, it's not something that we had planned really, or put a whole lot of plan. It was like, oh, why don't we do this, or why don't we do that, and then we just kind of take the leap. Yeah,
you've got to try that. That's one of the things I love doing, is like, so many people have helped me and mentored me. I really like the chance to give it back.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this that we can, that, you know, that, you know, what we've learned we can pass on. And I think that's really important in keeping that cycle of learning going around.
For sure. Yeah. And also, I think a lot of what we're doing, to me, it's important to try to bring across that it doesn't all have to be so serious. We can have fun with this.
Yeah.
We laugh a lot, and we're the first to laugh at ourselves. I mean, you know, and sometimes we sound like dorks, but it's fun.
Who cares? Yeah.
You know? I mean, that doesn't mean, like, I have moments where I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, what am I doing? And am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Like, you question it. Yeah, but I was having this one moment last Friday, and I was feeling a bit uncertain about things, and then I got this email, and funnily enough, from this author. Her name's, I'm going to give her a shout out, Harley Christensen, because she shares our stuff on Twitter sometimes, and she had done that. I saw a notification, and I thought, okay, I'm going to email Harley, and I'm just going to thank her. Anyway, about an hour later or something, I checked my email, and she had emailed me first before. It was really weird. Yeah, I was like, what? And it was a lovely email, and she just expressed her gratitude for what we were doing. And you know what? I cried. I read this email and I just started crying because it was like this confirmation of, okay, you're doing something right. If someone is appreciating it, then at least that's one person that's appreciating it, and that's all right.
That's
but
important.
It was just so weird how all that happened, you know.
Yeah, that your emails crossed over in cyberspace.
I hadn't emailed her yet, but I thought, yep, I'm going to do that. I hadn't done it yet, but she beat me to it.
Oh,
you know,
so
and it's like the first time ever that we'd emailed, you know, and I wrote back to her and said, I was going to email you. How did you do this? You know, it was really weird. Anyway,
amazing.
I know. Yeah. So thanks, Harley.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think too, it's important when you're learning stuff. Like, I never expected that writing would take me down this alternate path that I seem to have gone down either. Like, no, even before meeting you, like, you know, like writing led me into tarot cards and oracles and past life information because I had a story idea that I wanted to do some research on, and my whole life has changed because I went down a rabbit hole looking for story information.
Well, you know, I think writing is very much a self-discovery journey.
Yeah,
you know,
and
definitely.
And a follow your heart thing, isn't it? You
know, you kind of just, you've got to go there. You've got to go there when you're writing. Personally, I think, because if you're not putting your sweet spot into your writing, and it kind of continuously opens these doors, you know, to yourself, to your inner world, as well as, you know, you're also learning about craft. The more you write, the better you're getting, the more you're developing who you are, your voice. You're also developing yourself. Like, you're finding out stuff about yourself, and you kind of come into yourself as a person, and as a woman, and as a man, and as a human.
Yeah. You know? And then it kind of all comes full circle, because writing took me down this path. You know, like, I'd always looked at alternate things, but I really got into it because of writing. But now it's come back where I'm pulling the alternate stuff into writing, into helping other people with you. Like, and you think, man, that is so weird that you could, you follow your heart and it loops back around and just gets bigger and bigger, isn't it? It's like a spiral that's ever growing. God knows what you're doing next year.
And it's trusting that process. And you, Kath, you always say to me, you know, like, the things that we're kind of putting into place, and you're always saying to me, we're doing it for a reason. Like, it's gonna, like, we're doing this. We don't know. I mean, we know why, but it always kind of opens these other paths.
Yeah.
And it's just
we think we know why, but we only know like a tiny fraction of the why, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it opens up more, and we're both standing there going, what are we doing?
Yeah. Oh, this journey with you has been great. Like, I love it.
It's hilarious.
I know. I look forward to our chats. Yeah.
Yeah. It's somewhere I would never go by myself either.
No. It was meant to be.
Yeah. And that's
meant to be, baby.
Yeah. The things you do when you go to a writing workshop that you have no idea is going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The other thing that I think I have learned to be more deliberate about in my author business and decisions is knowing why I'm doing it, why we're doing it. Yeah. Sometimes I think I get scared of kind of spreading myself too thin, because I'll say yes to things, and or I think, oh, that's a great idea. You know, I have these light bulb moments, you know, like I messaged a friend of mine yesterday. I'm like, I've got a great idea. Let's do this. Let's do this book together. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, can I actually fit this in? Anyway, but I said to him, we'll just, we can do it as a side thing, no rush, but it's still something that's going,
Yeah.
keeping the motion and the wheels going. But this particular project is kind of like a passion, more of a passion project, and
those ones, you just fit in, don't you?
Yeah, and we got a lot of the groundwork collectively together. So,
Good.
yeah, I'm excited. It's just a newborn idea, but he's into it, so it's good. And then we've continuously got our stuff going, and
continuously got new ideas.
Mm-hmm. So it is. It's a journey about learning. And how about marketing, Kath? Do you have any experiences that you want to share?
I suck at marketing. I'm so hopeless at it. I don't like it. I don't like it, to do it, but I don't like people marketing to me either. I don't get any junk mail. I refuse to look at ads on telly. I mute the ads. My husband goes demented because he loves marketing. Mm-hmm. He and his mother will drive from shopping centre to shopping centre to get bargains for their groceries. No, not me.
No.
So yeah, marketing is my weakest point.
Yeah,
sure.
But it's an important part of our business too.
Yeah, so you're teaching me.
What did you say?
That's what you're teaching me.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do it. It's part
I'm learning.
I mean, I've tried so many things, like so many of the book promo platforms that you can use, and sunk a lot of money into those. And I was like, especially at the start, I'm like, yes, that looks great. I'm going to do that. But and now I've completely backed off on that. And this year I've been focusing more on content marketing. Putting out content that hopefully people can resonate with, and readers can resonate with, and kind of just being, like you said, about discovering yourself through your writing. That's where I've kind of reached this level where I can, all right, this is who I am, and I'm going to put that out there. And that's me. I'm marketing myself in a way. Not everyone's going to like it. Not everyone's going to agree.
But then you're only attracting the readers who are going to hit with you, not readers who just want freebies or whatever.
Yeah. Like I don't really show a lot of to my newsletter readers. I don't do a whole lot of those emails. Might get to a point where I might have to start doing that kind of marketing a little bit more, probably next year, because I've got another sort of project I've committed to. I just kind of give them parts of me, and they really respond well. Yeah, so Kath, anything more to add on marketing resources? Have you got any resource tips for authors to share?
Well, there's heaps of resources out there. So I think whatever helps you is the best resource. And I think if whatever helps you in the genre or subgenre you're writing, because for me, the help I get from erotic people is very different from the help I get from contemporary romance, and different from rural romance too.
Yeah.
So I assume for every genre there's specific help that you need.
Yes,
so
I agree
that's
with that.
my
Totally.
tip.
Yeah, you've got to know your genre, and it's good to surround yourself with or have connections that know your genre. Yeah. So Kath and I are kind of stepping into some uncharted territory, aren't we, Kath? Again.
So unusual.
Yeah, starting next February the 1st. we're going to run our own little creative writing energy mastermind group, and we're going to be there to mentor and have some group discussions and support, and do a whole lot of cool stuff that we've developed for our gang. Yeah. What do you think, Kath? You got anything to?
It's terrifying, but exciting.
Exciting.
So yeah.
And we're only going to take eight people in our group to begin with, and they're going to run 4-month cycles. So yeah, if you're interested in checking that out, head over to Creative Writing Energy. No, that's the wrong.
Whispering Ink Press.
Whispering Ink Press / Creative Writing Energy Mastermind. You'll see it there, won't you, Kath? Won't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It'll be like a workshop on steroids.
Yeah. We've got a couple of other things in the pipelines too for next year, so it's all exciting stuff. We're excited.
I know. We're going to be busy chickies.
Very busy. Yeah, can't get into much trouble that way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So how'd your card go?
Listen to your heart. Pretty much our whole conversation's been about that, isn't it?
It really has. This writing is really listening to your heart.
Yeah.
Finding those relationships.
Yeah. Where you get empathy. And you can connect with empathy. And that's what we're offering. We're offering a whole lot of this stuff through our mastermind, aren't we, Kat? Yes. And your relationships. You want the people who can hear your heart, don't you?
That's a really important point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You want someone that can hold your heart and you know, I don't mean even physically, but just hold you, who you are, and love you, love your heart. And that's a beautiful. I like that, Kath. Hey?
I know, it's a nice day, isn't it, with these cards?
Yeah, it's great vibes on the soul journey. The soul journey.
Trusting your vibes.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. I think we've had a great session.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, am I wrapping up now?
We're wrapping up. Do your stuff.
Right. Do my stuff. Thanks for joining in on our conversation. If you'd like what we're doing and you want to get more involved, there's lots of ways that you can. You can sponsor us on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you can gain bonus content and offer your support. You can also find us at whisperinginkpress.com/creative writing energy. Kim just told you about our masterclass for next year. And if you're doing Nano this year, I'm going to try to get on Twitter and give you lots of inspiration every day.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be the Twitter,
creative writing energy. I hope I remember to do it. But anyway, if you're doing Nano, good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you. I'm gonna belt out some words, even though I'm not in Nano this year, but I thought I'm just gonna pretend that I am and just do it.
Oh, I have bad association with Nano because I joined up the first year I joined up. My husband got a job and we moved house in the middle of it. And
no.
Yeah, he moved straight away and I was left behind packing up and having to move and buy a house and sell our house, and oh my God, Nano just gives me the hives. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're doing Nano, don't move house.
Wait till December and move at Christmas,
That's it.
Yeah.
Put food in your
I moved
freezer.
at Christmas once. I moved, I think, actually twice I've moved like days before Christmas.
Oh,
And
really?
couldn't set up the Christmas tree until, like
So you
3 days
moved.
before Christmas. Like, well, here's a tree.
The kids
There you
must
go,
have been
kid.
terrible.
Huh?
The kids must have been terrible that Christmas.
Yeah, well, they were younger. They were younger
Oh.
then, but yeah, it was. I think I was more worried about it for them. That they had to wait like 3 days before Christmas to get their Christmas tree. I'm like,
But sometimes, what else can you do if you're trying to keep them at school to the end of the year? Because in Australia, our school year finishes then, doesn't it?
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
cool, crazy, yeah. I'm gonna put the links to everything in our show notes, in our mastermind class, and yeah, and so yeah, check it out, and thank you for tuning in.
And we'll see you next week.
And we'd love to hear about your own author journey and lessons. If you'd like to let us know.
Cool.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.